Remedy in law exists, but your kids may age out before you reach it. You lose the motion, so then you appeal. But what happens if you even win the appeal? You get to go all the right way back to the same judge that ruled against you in the first place. So what did that solve when they can just rule the same way for a different rationale? So that's when people are helpful and they tell you go to federal court. They care about your rights in federal court. But the appeal already took a year or two, and so your kids just keep getting older. And how much money has it cost you to file that motion? While the appeal's going, other things happen. You filed motions, they're still ruling against you. You ask for the rationale on their rulings, you don't get any answers. And how much will families pay for their own God-given children? You don't know. Parents will give everything they have for their kids. All the while, it's your health that's being impacted. It's your finances, it's you having to go work your regular job and then also put everything together for your attorney, or if you're pro se, doing it all yourself. In federal court, you still lose, right? Because you have the winning argument, but they can find a little flaw and rule on that because procedure is again in the way of justice. Meanwhile, your unalienable right to raise your children as they continue to age, you're missing it. They keep getting older and older, and you're arguing over an unalienable parental right. So my question is, if it takes 10 years to get a remedy, is it even a remedy? What the courts are doing is they're exploiting the family's weaknesses. They're exploiting people's tenacity, their protective instincts of their children. They're exploiting the power struggle that couples get into for why they divorced in the first place. And they're exploiting people's egos. I will not let you win and tell me that I'm a terrible person. Rightfully so, people get triggered there. And the court is actually set up to be a bit addictive, right? I lost this one, but I'll win the next one for litigants and for attorneys. But all of those patterns, the not being heard pattern, the feeling like you have to prove yourself to parent your own child, the addiction cycles and those dopamine hits, those are all patterns inside of you. And victims are victimized, and people should need to be nice, but even like the domestic violence, that's a pattern in the lineage, which is actually really good news for everyone because that means you can heal there. And you can find a remedy sooner than 10 years, sooner than 2 years. For all of you that are exhausted, that have tried everything, or that think that you tried everything, I made Chainbreaker to show you another way. When you heal your mental and emotional patterns, you're gonna feel better. You're not gonna feel as burnt out. It's gonna actually take pressure off of your body. When you break the generational patterns, you don't have to stay in that loop of them continuing to repeat. And then it gets cosmic, and I think some people are like, that doesn't work, but you've tried everything else and fighting in the physical doesn't work. So why don't you address it in the spiritual, mental, and emotional levels and see, as an experiment where you feel better no matter what, is it actually going to shift the outcome out there? People consider it timeline jumping. I know, it's cosmic, it's quantum physics. Hate me if you want, but to get rid of over 100 patterns that you can feel better, your health can improve, you're already winning, and then you can see, does it actually work in actually helping shift the outcome? Because really, if only the best thing that happens is you gain some insight, you're still winning, right? Or if that's the worst thing that happens, or the best, whichever, if your cup's full or empty, I guess. And I made a post yesterday about how stuck people tend to stay stuck. So if you're feeling stuck, trying something new actually gets you unstuck. It's like another law of the universe. So whether it was designed on purpose to keep people trapped, or it's just the way that it is, I made Chainbreaker to help you, because I'm a firm believer that the matrix that we're in is made up of our own unhealed trauma. We are kind of have ourselves in our own prison, and we can get out by healing the trauma. For those of you that are like, what is she talking about? Because our inner world is mirrored to us in the outer world. So whatever hardship you're going through, you resolve it here first, you have a better chance of it changing out there.